for this one. Gaetan Bia, the world number 97, up against Jonathan Cohen, the world number 62. It can only happen in épée. It can only happen in épée. Men's épée, semi-final number 2. The winner of this fight will go up against Gabriella Cimini in the gold medal match. I'm Karen Bashir, and I'm here with Amber Siviero. Amber, it can only happen in épée.
Yes, that's true. As we say, the level of men épée is impressive. We can have these two guys, and they are not beginners. I mean, they are strong, but that's the first time they reach that level.
First podium match for these two here, and we are underway. But you talked about the level, I mean, the depth of men's épée is huge.
Yes, it is. And we see more and more country involved in men épée with a very high level. So it's going to be difficult, and soon we will have the Olympic qualification starting, and I can't wait to see the first World Cup.
Yeah. April the 3rd, nice attack from the right from Cohen.
And Cohen is known for having a very fast game. He is maybe a bit less observant than his opponents. So probably we will have more touch in the first period.
It's worked for him all day today, though. The way that he's approached the matches with this aggressive.
That's true. He moves a lot, and he beat earlier in the day some very tough fencers. So in tableau 16, he had to fight with Limardo Gascon, and we know
London
that Limardo is a client, you know.
Yeah, London 2012 Olympic champion. But can aggressive épée fencing work all the time?
Not all the time, because I think one of the main difficulty in épée is that when you attack or when you are aggressive, you also can be hit by your opponent. So you want to take risks, but not too much.
Yeah.
And as we say, the score is already 3-2, and we still have 1 minute 30 to go, and once again they are scoring a double hit. So definitely we're going to have a faster match than the other.
Have you seen BILLA much today?
I haven't refereed him. I know him from some national competition when I used to referee in France. So he's fencing very well. His level improved a lot. I think this season he has also reached top 64 in Senior World Cup.
Yeah, this is, well, for the pair of them, it's their debut podium. But I was talking to Gautier Grumier, the number 2 of French épée coaching. He said, oh, he's doing okay today.
For sure he is. I mean, he's fencing in semi-final. But Cohen is definitely a strong opponent. And he dared to do action, you know, even in the middle of the piste. He's going for the main part of the body, and it does not wait for his opponent to make mistake. He is also creating an active fencer.
Often the way with countries that are perhaps new or not so successful in fencing, it requires one person to do something. And Freilich from Israel winning the European Championships, what, 4 or 5 years ago?
True. And you know, they also have a very good women team in Israel.
Yes, very good.
So it's maybe not the main country in fencing, but they are always there. They are really opponents that we should be aware. They are good fencer.
Yeah. Nice, very nice hit from BR there. maybe not second intention. Maybe the first attack failed and then pushed
Yeah,
again.
but he was still here. He was paying attention and he was ready to put the point again. And once again, he's leading, but he's still going for the hit.
It's straight in, very direct. But there's a little bit of beer that reminds me of the Olympic champion. The way he moves, the way he's very straight, he's very upright, very classic.
True, and they are both using French grip.
So that's been a really
First
entertaining
period
first
done
bout.
and dusted, but it is Cohen from Israel leading by 8 points to 6. And Gautier Grimier here talking to BA. He's been coaching him all day today. He said he's in good form, he's looking good, he's looking strong, but he's very happy with the result so far. But Cohen, as you said right at the beginning, very direct, in the middle, going for it. He looks in control.
He looks in control, but both fencers, they can win this bout. We can't know who's going to win yet. So BILLA can definitely overpass the score of Cohen, especially after the break, because this time where the coach gives some advice is really important for fencers who don't really know each other, because they don't really know each other. They've been, of course, fencing together in junior, but this moment with the break can be decisive.
Second period here of the second men's semi-final. And again, Cohen out of the block straight away on the attack, gets a double.
2 seconds, double, but the double is still good for him. And he gives no time to his opponent to build his game, because BILLA wants a single hit, but he needs time to prepare, and Cohen is not giving him this time.
It's a no thinking time.
And once again, he's going, and double hit is definitely good for Cohen.
Fast. It's fast for épée. I mean, like you say, there's no thinking time for the trailing fencer. But the fact that they are both... Oh, that's a nice hit, though. That is a nice hit.
That's interesting to see how Cohen will react. Will he still be pushing BILLA and not letting him time to think, or will he start to create a different game? But he's going straight away, and BILLA was ready for this one. And now we do have a tight score again. It's 11-11.
Nice little block as well from the Frenchman. Leveling things up, so now what happens? Predictions?
No prediction. I don't want to guess this time.
14-14?
Even 11-11, but we still have 2 periods, so for sure they will score some hits, and we will go to the end of the score.
So on the second time of asking from Cohen, he launched the flash attack direct to the body and then picked up the blade and picked up the lead again.
So +2. It's going to be tough for BILLA to come back. Do you think that Cohen is going to give him the time to think, or will he go straight away again?
I think you've predicted it already. Cohen he's in your face the whole time. He's right in there. So even going backwards, he's keeping the distance quite close.
Yeah, and it does not really give the blade to his opponent, so it's hard for BILLA to build a single hit. He's looking for the distance.
Killing time?
Not killing time, like taking the time for this very important hit. And now 14-12, we know that it's going to be tough to go to this 14-14. But there is still time.
There's still time, but you've got to look at BILLA and think he's got to either take the blade, he's got to, but you were saying that Cohen's keeping the blade out of the way.
He has to play either with the distance or with the blade, and Cohen once again is going, so we do have Cohen now in final.
Great match, great statistics from him today. He has fenced so well. He pushed right the way through from the start of the match, and he's through to the men's Épée Grand Prix final, where he'll face Gabriella Cimini.
Managed to prove that here on the fist. 15-12 között a bátor izraeli fiú számára, a javára, 19 évesen Budapestban a Budapesti Grand Prix viadal döntőjében 15-12-re.
Well, it's a stunning performance for him right from the start. And you said right away he's going at it from the beginning.
It was this kind of game from the beginning. He was very generous and also very, very active, and it works. I mean, he is final now.
So confirmation that Jonathan Cohen from Israel is through to the Budapest Épée Grand Prix men's épée gold medal match. He's beaten his opponent 15-12, and we'll see him very shortly. Coming up next, it's the women's final here in Budapest.
És amire most lélegzett visszafordva készülünk, az nem más, mint a női döntő a Western Grand Prix viadalon. So in a few moments, the women's final. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the participants of the final at the Women's Épée Grand Prix in Memoriam József Sákovics. Hölgyeim és uraim, kérem fogadják szeretettel a Sákovics József emlékére rendezett Western Grand Prix női párbajtőrviadal döntőjének résztvevőjét.
Time now for the West End Grand Prix from Budapest Women's Épée Gold Medal Match.
Representing Poland, Lengyelország képviseletében Renata Napik-Biazga. Please welcome the referees. Kérem, hogy üdvözöljék a zsűri tagjait. Pablo Rejas del Campo, Leon Denis Coxeng, Barbara Leitner, and Mirna Borosha.
So presentation of the athletes and the officials for this gold medal match here at the Budapest Grand Prix. I'm Karen Bashir and I'm here with Amber Siviero. Amber, I've got to ask you, who is going to win this match?
Oh, I give no pronostic for that. That's the beauty of the sport, you know, to watch it until the end, to know. And now that we do have Kuhn, a Hungarian girl, in the final, it does not matter who is going to win because we will have this atmosphere.
Yes, for sure. Anna Kuhn on the right-hand side, going up against Renata Lepek-Miaska. And we're underway. Kuhn got the silver medal last year. So she's here in the final to try and get herself one place higher. Silver medal, her first Grand Prix medal on home soil. Can she go better?
Better than the gold, no, but better than the silver, yes, she can. And if she's here, it means that she has been fencing well all day.
Yeah,
and
very
it's not, I mean, she was there last year, she's still here. It means that she's a very, very strong fencer. And still this minute of observation, the referee will have soon to say halt for the passivity. So now we do have P yellow card on the left and on the right side.
So what's P yellow? What does that mean?
That's passivity. It means that it has been 1 minute without score or without hit that the referee gave or not to the fencer. And we are still fencing in the middle of the piste. If in the next 42 seconds there is still no hit, the referee will have to go through another passivity with a red P card. Like we say before, the first hit of a match can be very important for the rest of your strategy. That's why they are really looking at each other, testing your opponent's reaction before being able to launch the real touch that she wants to give to the opponent. We are 5 seconds to the next passivity.
Close, isn't it? It's close.
And we are going to have it. That's another P red card. And the score is going to be 1-1 because the referee has to give the hit because it's a P red card. They start again from the on-guard line. And if they are not fencing again and the time goes to 0, that's also a possibility for a passivity, even if the time is 0 seconds.
And black card. Right?
It would be a black card.
A black card means disqualification.
It will be a P black card. So P black card is completely different from the normal card that we have. A passivity black card would mean like you lose a match, but you don't lose your ranking of the competition.
Right.
But we had a double hit right now.
We have a hit.
36 seconds.
But it can still happen again.
Yeah, but not in this period.
And if we get this extra passivity, not now, obviously, in the second period, if we were going to get it, what happens?
So the highest ranking, because the score is equal, the highest ranking fencer we will, it means that it should be Kuhn. And if the score is not equal and we do have the P black card, it will be the fencer with the highest score that wins the match. And we know now goes to the break.
So this is the first time today I've seen, you've been refereeing all day, so I'm sure you've seen more. This is the first time today that I've seen 2 passivity cards in the first 3 minutes.
Yeah, that's true. It's not very common. It's because this match is very decisive, important, and no one wants to take the risk to try an action. They really want to lead first. That's why we have this situation.
So it's like a gamble, right?
It's not a gamble, it's more tactical. And Kuhn knows that she had this advantage.
Yeah.
If her opponent is not going, she will win. So actually the pressure is on Knapik right now.
But incredibly, we talk about épée fencing being cagey and tight at the beginning. This is incredibly tight.
It is, but the fencers, they know the rules, so Knapik will have to go, or maybe Kuhn can also use that advantage and make...
To decide to attack.
Yeah, to attack, like she can pretend like she's defending and suddenly she might go.
So start of the second period of this women's gold medal match. Renata Napik-Miazga on the left-hand side up against Anna Kuhn from Hungary, the host nation. All tied up at 2 apiece, but we've had 2 passivity calls already.
And we will have soon a hit, and it will be decisive for the tactic of the match. Knapik is pushing Kuhn.
She has to.
She has to. And Kuhn knows that Knapik will have to go, and she's going right now. That's a double hit.
So how much do they learn from that double?
For now, I think not that much. But it's also a way, if Kuhn does not want to attack because she thinks that her best tactic will be to defend, she still has this advantage with the passivity. So double hit is a way to save it also. We can see that they are very active with the legs to find the distance, but both of them have the tips that still threaten the opponent.
They're in distance, aren't they?
Yeah, they are really, really close.
Ooh,
Yeah,
chance.
she tries. See, the distance was close. Actually, Knapik was going forward, and Kuhn starting her action, but finally that's a double hit. She is not giving her field too much. Like Kuhn is, she's going a bit backward, but she does not want to give the field to Knapik too early.
So a light coming up spuriously there, and no hit will be given for that one. This happens every now and again.
Could happen. It's just like she probably hits the tip of her opponent, and when such a hit occurs, the passivity minute restart, because that's a hit that is not valid for the referees. And she's once again going, Kuhn is going, but that's a double hit.
She's trying this sort of cart. Is it cart octave? She's trying. She's trying this beat across the body and then going down.
True,
into
because
the low line.
Knapik is still taller than her, so it's risky to go without blade at this short distance. Because we can see they are really fencing close to each other. The distance is really short. Should be a lot of tension.
If you're new to fencing, close. That's a lovely hit as well from Anna Kuhn. If you're new to fencing, if the blades, if the tips of the swords are crossing each other, it means they're quite close. They are fencing, they're being quite aggressive.
So now Kuhn has this advantage that she was looking for. She's leading by 1.
But Napik-Miazga looks quite relaxed, quite calm.
Yeah, could be also, you know, some kind of a release for Knapik, because now she knows that she is 1 touch under. She has to provoke to be creative. She tried, and she has been hit under the hand.
Nice hit. Fake across the top and just on the inside of the wrist. Whole body target in épée, so yeah, you got to keep that sword arm quite protected. Well, this is a curious match.
Yes, it is. And I think again, the break is very important for the fencers. That's the period where they can talk to the coach, give their feeling, and receive like any ideas where to go, which target, which part of piece should they use. So this moment is very, very important.
Do you think the experience of Renata Napik here is going to play its part?
It is, but we can also see that she feels like if she was looking for an idea, a target, she does not feel very secure about her game. That's why the coach, as we can see, is giving her like advices where to go. Is very prolific in his talking.
Radislav Zavrotniak, if you remember that name.
He is a great fencer, qualified for Olympics.
Lovely chap as well, now coaching Renata Napik-Miazga. Start of the third period here, and Anna Kuhn from the host nation getting the backing of the home crowd. He's 2 points up with 3 minutes of fencing left. She's in control, right?
She is, but Knapik looks more aggressive than on the first two periods. See, she's lunging. She did a great attack, and now it's -1 for her.
Very nice hit, that.
I think she's tempting more actions than on the first two periods. And she has to, because we are 2 minutes to go.
Yeah. But it almost looked like she pulled out of that one. She kind of did the beat attack and then stopped and then went again.
She did.
This is nice.
That's a single hit, so we are again in the same situation where the score is tight. Let's see if Knapik is going still forward and try to make the pressure and to
like
try
we
some
talked about
action.
before, you got back into in contention. Do you carry on?
Exactly. But probably she will carry on because she has been more successful by leading and trying to be proactive.
And you have to say, the more experienced fencer, you've got to back them. You've got to back them in this situation. So still pressing. Polish fencer on the left-hand side. Try and find a beat.
Yeah, that's a very nice attack, and she was making a remise, and the distance was quite bigger than before on the first two periods, so maybe that's also an advantage now for Knapik.
For the taller fencer.
Yes.
Yeah. So now will she sit back?
Actually, I'm not sure she is stepping back, but Kuhn is maybe more pushing her opponent. But definitely the action has changed the side.
Yeah. So advantage to the pole with a minute of fencing left. Oh, the second chance.
That's a nice try from Kuhn because her opponent, Knapik, was at the end of the piste and Kuhn tried to go for the feet because she knows that Knapik cannot step back a lot. So the leadership has literally changed.
Big opportunity here. 45 seconds left on the clock. Napik-Miazga looking for a Grand Prix win here in Budapest.
And Kuhn just did a lovely attack. She scored alone. So the score is now 10-9, 35 seconds to go.
Is she going to go for it?
Yeah, Kuhn has to go for it. She's still under the pressure of the score. But she has to focus on the distance too. She has to go forward.
Ooh, close there
Yeah,
from
Knapik is still
Knapik.
very aggressive with her tip. 16 seconds.
Time's running out for Anna Kuhn. Silver medal here in Budapest last year. Oh,
And she did it amazing. We again have 10-10. Do you think that she's going to go like in the semi-final or no?
it's so hard to call. I hope she does in some ways, but 8 seconds left, I don't think so. Oh, maybe she is. Maybe she's going to go for it.
Yeah, the distance is so close, 3 seconds to the end.
No,
They are
she's
opening,
pulled
they are
out, she's
opening.
pulled out.
So right now it means that we go to priority. 1 minute, 1 hit. The priority is on the right side. The first one to score is going to win this gold medal. And if there is no hit at the end of the 1 minute time, Kuhn is going to have this gold medal.
Is Kuhn going to go again, do you reckon?
You know, even if you got the priority, you still have to want to get this touch. So she has
To pressure,
to.
yeah. Oh, this is so tense.
Yeah, that's the best moment in fencing.
So Napok Miazga on the left, Kuhn on the right. Sudden death minute.
The time is an advantage for Kuhn, but she's trying to go, she's going, and that's a double hit. We still have 27 seconds to go for this gold medal.
Tension is pretty high here now. The home crowd obviously supporting Anna Kuhn on the right-hand side.
She's trying to keep the field, not to give it to Knapik. Knapik has to go, she knows it. They are trying, Knapik is going for the hit, but that's a double hit again. And now the distance is really important to start the match.
They're just apart, you can see the tips are just away from each other.
Oh, Kuhn tried to go, that's again a double hit, my God, that's great.
What an exciting final this is here at the Budapest Grand Prix.
And the referee asked them for the distance.
Napik pushing. Napik scores! And Napik has done it. She just did a little beat. It was enough to take the blade out of the way, and Kuhn.
Yeah, Kuhn tried to go, but she missed, and finally Knapik hit. That's a win for Knapik. Finally, Kuhn will keep her silver medal from last year.
And so here we have Renata Napik Miazga, the champion of the Budapest Épée Grand Prix here in 2023. A brilliant final, but another silver medal for Anna Kuhn from the host nation. Radoslav Zawrotniak coaching now the Polish team. Congratulates Renata Napik Miazga. Kundo, silver medal again here in Budapest. Looks a little disappointed, but what a great result from her today. So our first Grand Prix win for Renata Napik Miazga from Poland. 4 World Cup bronze medals, 2 European bronze medals, but this is her very first Grand Prix win. And there we see it in priority, an 11-10 win for Renata Napik Miazga.